this episode of American Hot Rod. Timbers hit a fevered pitch.
You know, if you would count it, you wouldn't have to beat on
And
it.
the Coddington crew's patience wears thin.
I'm holding it back, you d***.
With only 6 weeks left to turn their junkyard dog into a tricked-out, high-octane hot rod.
This is no good.
Mishaps, mistakes,
You got that thing hanging down 3
and
inches.
miscalculations
Dude, that is so lopsided.
take an unexpected toll
Fix the damn thing.
and threaten to bring Boyd's 56 Chevy to a screeching halt.
I'm so stressed out right now, I can't stand myself.
The ambition and the anger,
This is bull.
the frustration and the fights.
You know better.
I was doing it right first time, you
On this episode of American Hot Rod.
Like I say, Charlie, if they don't work, get a bigger hammer.
We just started at the back of the car and we're working forward, you know, and it's one little step at a time. We got Jesus is coming in. He'll do the windshield post because he's going to have to completely fabricate those from scratch because there are no replacement parts available. He should be able to handle that in a day. I mean, it'll be a long day, but he's pretty good, so, and he's fast.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. You asked me what I feel. I said no.
Oh.
I said I'm done with it.
Oh, okay. But I thought you said you're done welding.
I'm gonna wait until we do that to make these pieces.
Well,
My noggin.
something else happened to this thing.
Look at Roy. I think I could probably buy about 4 cases of beer with this and a bottle of Captain Morgan.
Right now he's tinning the metal for to do the lead work. But you have to tin the metal for the lead to stick to the bare metal. It's kind of like when you know painting a car, you have to sand the paint to get the new paint to stick to it. Our goal is by Monday to have all the metal work done on the car so we can get the car back to the body shop. You know, there might be some minor things that we have to finish up Monday morning, but by Monday afternoon, we'll be able to get it back to the body shop.
We've been working on this junkyard dog project for a little less than 3 weeks. I was really hoping we'd be far along than we are, but that's really nobody's fault.
Well, while they're doing that, let's knocking some lead down. And
It's just the nature of the beast. You never know what kind of problems you're going to run into until you run into them.
All right, Roy. It's okay. I can carry all this. It's fine. Today, what we want to do is get all the pieces mounted to the body. You take this in, I'll take this in.
Wow, this will turn out nice. Looks almost brand new.
The last thing you want to do is assume that all the pieces are going to fit together like a jigsaw puzzle.
you might want to come this way a little bit more.
So we want to make sure all the body parts line up good before you try to do any of the body and paint work.
It has to go over this way, or...
Yeah. Give it a nudge. A little bit. Perfect.
I wanted to get the brake and clutch pedal in today, but it looks like it's going to be a tricky job because the way we move the firewall back, it's just not going to be a lot of room.
I guess I need to get the column in there to figure out where this thing's going to be located.
In order to avoid any problems, we have to mount the steering column in first to make sure everything lines up right.
I think that's fine.
And that could turn into an all-day job.
up all the way?
That's up.
What do you think? Okay, does it look good? Okay.
That's no good. You know, on a project like this, where there's so much to be done, it can get a little bit crowded. Thomas and Scott are in the car trying to get the steering column and brake assembly installed.
Okay, strong guy, you got it.
But yet, I still need to get the doors hung and some of the other parts on. It's not the best way to work, but we don't really have any other choice.
It's just those springs are so tight. Like there is good. The top of that, where that narrow out, get it right.
I was hoping that the driver's side door would go on a lot easier than the passenger side door. But the truth is, the driver's side was a lot more trouble.
Too much.
The problem is that the doors, they're from a different car than the body. Even when you're dealing with a car of the same make and model, it doesn't automatically mean that the doors will just fit.
It's probably not that tight.
You know, the truth is, Boyd's name's on this car, so close enough won't be good enough. It's got to be right on. Piece of This ain't gonna do any good. I can see myself getting hurt. Should we try to twist it? How am I gonna do this?
I don't think it's gonna go.
You know what? We went the wrong way. There we go. That's good. As long as this line lines up, right? This door's done. Now that we have the doors and the front fenders on, our goal for today is to get the rest of the sheet metal on the car. I'm trying to prepare myself for any metalworking problems that we might have to take care of. We're already 2 days behind schedule, and I don't think we can afford any more setbacks. God, get the kid a bigger hammer. Oh, man. Shoot. I just shut it. It won't open. Roy. And I even put a new latch in it. It won't open. It's a junkyard car.
You know what? The name they gave this car, the Junkyard Dog, is perfect. Look at the biggest screwdriver. Everything on it's a bitch to do, and after a while, that'll get to you.
There we go.
You have another striker?
Do we have another? No. Crying out loud. Take that hammer away from that kid.
Hey!
Hey! You know, if you would cut it, you wouldn't have to beat on it. If you... Why is he... Hey, listen, hey, dude. If you would just cut it, then you wouldn't have to beat on it. It'll fall off. Looking for moldings, buddy. You having fun yet?
Yeah. Every time you have to rework something, it takes time, and that takes time away from other things that need to be done. I could have been helping Charlie put the chrome moldings on the car, but instead I had to be fixing the damn latch. Charlie!
Yeah?
Give me a hand for a second.
You getting it, Roy?
I got it, I think.
Awesome. What'd you have to do to it?
Screw around with it. Convince it that I was not going to take any.
You're a good man. Haven't figured out what you're good for yet, but you're a good man. This car was actually a 210, not a Bel Air, and now we're putting the Bel Air trim on it. So all the holes for a Bel Air trim have to be drilled. By using the Bel Air trim, it's costing us time. It's just that much more work. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not paid to think.
I'm not paid to think either. You know, Roy's really the old-timer around the shop.
Because if I take this up, that's going to help.
When it comes to building cars, he's about seen it and done it all. Almost looks worse, Roy. You know, he can be a little cranky at times, but to be honest, we could have never got this far without him.
Okay. There you have it.
I tell you what, I've got to give him a lot of credit. Okay.
This cracked on the end, Charlie.
Huh?
Got a crack in the end.
Oh.
Well, it'll go on now anyhow. I think.
All right. Now look at him. Would you trust a face like that?
No.
You'd lead me astray, wouldn't you?
You don't want to trust me.
Yeah, you're the same guy that told me, oh, yeah, you love building hot rods.
Oh, boy.
You know, the trunk didn't fit right on this car, and neither did the doors. All the way up. Quitting time yet? Ha, ha, ha. So it was wishful thinking on my part to think that the hood was going to fit. But you know what? It was just more of the same. That don't fit where this does it. I just don't know if we can use these hinges or not. We're gonna, not too good.
What's wrong?
Just, we need to put this thing together before we take it apart. I mean, the more pieces we put on, the more we see things are out of line. So, you know, if we have one more day, we should hopefully.
Put us 1 day behind or 2?
Well, we were supposed to have a win Monday, but that's all right.
Let's just keep a real positive attitude. I know this is the big job, you know.
Oh,
It's big, but we're, you know, we're gonna be okay.
I know, but that damn that hill's steep. We're thinking it's a hood hinge, the aftermarket hinges that we're trying. So what we're gonna do is put the stock hinge back on.
Basically, if putting the original hinges back on the car doesn't solve the problem, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do.
God, I hope this works.
Then we'll have a bigger issue on our hands. The car won't be done in time, then we will have a real problem.
Wow, original hinges work nice.
Charlie, to my office right now. Charlie, to my office.
You know where those hinges are going then, huh? What's up, Chief?
You act a little nervous out there. I just wondered if there's something you need me to do. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say anything in front of everybody else.
Yeah. No, I mean, truthfully, I'm getting nervous about it. I mean, because it's, you know, running out of time. So.
There's no like this on everyone, though? Or just, this is a little bit worse, so, huh?
It's just frustrating because people don't realize how many pieces and parts that hold that front end together, and each little part changes this, changes that. And
Is there a doubt in your mind we won't get it done?
there is. There's no doubt.
Want to bet on it?
Hell no.
Sorry, I asked.
We're just
Charlie.
gonna.
Sorry, I asked.
No.
I should have waited till in the morning.
Yeah.
What can I do, though? I mean, I feel like I'm helpless here.
Well, no, I mean, we've got the parts. It's just a matter of getting the pre-assembly done. But I mean, there's nothing, just unless you can slow the months down.
Well, I can do that.
Okay. This is Andrew. And I think we're missing Brian. Yesterday, we finally got all the major body parts bolted to the car. Now that we know that they fit and line up right, we can start prepping them for paint, and that's a big relief. See, when the boss is away, the kids will play. Oh, yeah, man. Andrew gave it away. While Brian, Andrew, and I begin work on the hood and the fenders, Dwayne's got to take care of a few loose ends on the car. Hopefully, we'll have everything in the body shop by lunch.
Blue Bear! What? Come here! Dedication right here. Today, I'm redoing Jimmy's work. Mainly what happens around here at Boyd Coddington's garage is someone will make a mistake, they will blame it on me, and then ask me to fix it. It's fun.
After reworking the header and putting the headers on the engine, now I find out the engine's not in square.
It's hitting the motor monitor.
Sometimes I think these guys have their heads up their ass.
Wonder why Jimmy didn't measure this and look where the motor was.
This is ridiculous.
Hey, before you get too carried away, Blue Bear, take the motor out, put the motor mounts in the right way. Here. Why?
Why what?
Why, do you, when you're taking a motor mount loose, do you use a ratchet shorter than the socket?
Isn't that
No, I was gonna call it something else.
You sure complain a lot, though.
Yeah. I have a lot to complain about.
Like what?
You?
Dwayne's like the dad I'm glad I never had. Okay, I'm with the motor now.
You got the other side on?
Yes, I'm not slow. What the hell?
That can be debated.
Okay, come back.
This one's out too far.
No, go down.
Wait a minute, right there. Down.
Oh, you're so good.
No, it ain't gonna. Not with the steering like that.
These headers have become a real problem. Even after I got the motor in there square and got the headers on there, now the steering shaft runs right into one of the header tubes.
Yeah, maybe you're right. If we can come up and around and down, there's no room to tuck it behind.
Since it's easier to reroute the header tube than it is the steering shaft, it's a pretty simple fix, but like everything, it takes time.
That's all right. I don't mind the shaft going through the header. Works.
They're supposed to have the body off the chassis today by noon because we need to get going on the prep work.
That is so nice.
You know, there's still quite a bit of work to do, and the day's almost over, and we're still not finished.
This body's coming off of here, but I can put a starter in there.
You know, it's another day, and now we're another day behind.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm thinking I'm upside down here, too. This has got to be different.
Charlie was really hoping to get some body work done on this body this afternoon, But all the time we spent reworking the exhaust header, the day just got away from us.
Bluebear, let me see you slide underneath here on a creeper.
It's not that I really enjoy fixing things that shouldn't have been fixed in the first place, but it's got to be done.
Here he goes. Oh, my God.
How we got? Whoa, we need one more in the front.
I'm all over lifting this thing.
You're too
I think I hurt my bum.
That's the car. No.
Right there.
Okay, you gotta move. Who's driving the car?
Okay, that's
We're just going walking backwards with it. Go reverse.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that is so nice.
You know, given how late it is, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to try to start doing the body work today. Get everything out of the road so we can get in there. You know, I think the best thing to do is to just come in early tomorrow and start fresh. You know, we'll really push hard to make up the time that we've lost. But at least on the bright side, we've got the body off the chassis now and back into the shop. Home sweet home. So I guess it's better late than never. Junkyard Dog found her new home. Now that we've got the body back here to the body shop, well, the first thing we have to do is metal prep. Because if we don't get it thoroughly cleaned and etched at this point, then anything that we put on top of it could either peel off later or chip or scratch. The plan for today is to get all the bare metal parts into the booth so we can get them all sealed up.
My goal for today is to get the rear end cross member welded in for the rear end assembly.
Bluebear! What?
I need you to help Jimmy get this chassis. We don't have the actual rear end that we're going to be using in this car, so we're just going to use a mock-up dummy rear end assembly to make sure everything is in square and correct.
You going 5 inches or like unless we move down a hole?
It's really critical right now to get this established right. I mean, you don't want your car going down the road, look like it's going down the road sideways.
More. Stop.
I got Bluebear and Jimmy working together on this job.
Ooh. Oh, that's so nice.
Okay. And sometimes it's like watching Dumb and Dumber perform brain surgery.
Hi, Dwayne.
How are we doing?
We're doing just fine and dandy.
I'm sure they'll eventually get it right, but you can bet getting there is not going to be pretty.
Hold that side real quick.
I don't want to lift.
Just hold it.
Hold it which way? What are you talking about here?
Bring your side forward. Come on. You can do it. Attaboy. You let it move.
Huh?
You let it move.
I'm real proud of it. Wait.
Swear to God, I'll throw something at you today.
Are you rocking the boat?
I'm not doing it. You guys are. I'm pulling it back, you dumb.
You liar. You're leaning against it.
You guys are pulling the rear end that way. What makes you think I'm pushing the chassis?
Because you're mean like that.
Hey, Brian. You know what you need to do? I mean, you're metal prepping. Brian's fairly new in the body shop. He used to work in the front office, but really showed an interest in this kind of work. So we talked to Boyd, and Boyd decided to give him a try back here. Back there needs prep, too. So if you want to climb up in there, since you're the scrawniest of everybody.
Hey, Andrew.
We've really started him out pretty slow, just doing the small parts, like sanding door jambs and things like that. But he's really been on me lately because he wants a chance to sand on the outside of the car. You know, the thing about Brian is he's supposed to be a really good surfer, and I've always wanted to learn how to surf. So what I did is I made him a deal. If he could teach me how to surf, I'm gonna let him sand on the outside of the car.
Me and Jimmy spent half the morning trying to figure out how to line up the rear crossmember with the chassis. I'm gonna think of a way to hoist this little guy up. Give him a little hoist. First, we had to hoist it up so we can get all of our measurements right and try to get it square and level. It's about the only idea we got right now. I mean, you got any other ideas? That should have been an easy thing to do, but I was working with Jimmy. And when you're working with Jimmy, it seems like things always take a little longer. I think that's in backwards.
It was working a minute ago, but now I can't get it to freewheel.
We'll go from the back to the front. Back to the front. That's the front.
That ain't right.
Oh, we all know it ain't right.
Well, then why don't you give it a hand here, Brainiac?
Now push it back through.
The thing about Blueberry, he's a know-it-all and a smartass. It's a horrible combination when you have to work with him or try to get anything done. He sucks. Good job, man. You got a twist in it.
I got a twist in it. You got it backwards.
I was doing it right first time, you
Just get down. Just get down. Seriously, down. Just get down.
That's what I had the first time.
Oh, yeah, you were all over that one.
It's got to go way up first.
We'll start cranking.
I'm getting there.
This is going to be such a bad idea at the end.
Dude, that is so lopsided.
I didn't say tack it into place.
That side needs to come back and, like, come down.
What's going on here?
This thing's sitting like this.
What?
Bring it back. From there to the center of that hole should be 41 inches.
42. Dwayne!
41 inches.
What'd you do with my tape measure?
I thought that's going to be a very accurate line when you're done.
Nah, that ain't right.
Oh! I think you broke my hand. It's going to be off now.
Jack your side up.
It took Blueberry and Jimmy longer than I expected to get that cross member in there. The center of the cross member is an inch
Forward.
back.
You pull those forward.
The wheel's forward. It turned out it was a lot trickier for them.
Way too high already.
There was a little confusion on what the exact measurements were supposed to be. Is this right now? Is this in line with this? And this is an inch. So I jumped in there to help them out. It's a wonder we get anything done around here with those two. Like this to this, I mean, it's 9 3/4, and that's right where we're at. This and this is an inch
41.
difference. Oh, pretty damn good.
Good deal.
Today's a big day. Brian's gonna give me my very first surfing lesson. I'm from Idaho. I've never surfed in my life. So if he can get me to stand up on the board, I'll hold up my end of the bargain and let him stand on the outside of the car. I get the big daddy board. If I drown, you know, you gotta explain that to my wife.
Yeah, and Boyd.
Boyd probably won't care. No pressure.
See, he's perfect for you right now. See that guy right there? Look at that.
Okay, now what do I do about all the people, though? I mean, I'm not gonna be able to
You just
steer
try to
this
stay
thing.
away from, like, see this crowd right there?
Yeah.
Just stay away from there.
Okay, how do I get on the board?
You get up, you put your hands right here, and then you lift, and you jump.
So you just pop up.
Slow. But it's gonna be fast at the same time, so you gotta keep the same speed.
Slow but fast.
Yeah,
I don't know if I trust you.
No, drag your feet. Okay, yeah, like that. Just like, yeah.
I'm really not too worried about the surfing part of it. I think that should be pretty easy.
You wanna tuck and roll when you duck, or under, yeah.
You know, what I am worried about is sharks. You know, I've seen that movie Jaws, and I've never been the same since. I'm seeing fins and stuff out there, buddy.
Oh, those are dolphins. You don't need to worry about that.
Dolphins mean sharks?
No,
Okay,
not here.
all right. You know, the hard part for me was having to paddle out there to catch the waves. You've got to be in really good shape. once you get up on the board, I mean, it's just a matter of balancing. So it's pretty cool.
Charlie did pretty good for a guy from Idaho.
Oh, that was awesome. Put down my paint guns, going to surfing. You know, I decided to come in early this morning so I can get the body and sealer. We've already burned up about half the time we've been given for the project, and we're nowhere near halfway done. As hard as it's been at this point, I think it's going to get worse before it'll get better. You know, it's not just for me, but for everyone. There's so much more to do on this car to get it ready for Las Vegas.
I don't think you have to worry about that. I think...
I need the chassis ASAP.
Okay,
you said
but...
I could have it Thursday.
Okay, but then how long are you going to need it for?
Well, we got 4 weeks till we have to deliver this thing. I've got to have a body on a rolling chassis to fit all the gaps, to fit the doors, refit the front clip, and all that stuff. And then you take a week away for upholstery. That gives us 3 weeks from where we're at to have it completely all bodyworked, completely painted, completely assembled.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. You'll have it Thursday morning then. This is really a deadline, okay? So this is the big one. Everybody knows here now that any vacations? Anybody going to the Bahamas? Really, seriously, there's no room for error. But anyway, guys, you're doing a great job, but we got to stay scared, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to get real tight. This is almost impossible. And sometimes I roll over in the middle of the night and I go, oh man, what have I did this time, okay? But that's where we all have to work together, okay? Everybody feel good about it? Well, you're laughing, Charlie.
Oh, man, okay. No, that's cool.
Huh?
No, I'm fine. It's cool.
Okay, thanks.
There's still a lot of work to do on the trunk, the doors, and the fenders. What I'm doing is using the stud gun to pull all the little dings and dents out. I have to do it this way because I can't get to the backside with a hammer to beat them out. You can pretty much tell how bad a shape something's in by the number of studs that you have to use to pull out the dents. Right now, this thing looks more like a porcupine than a door. No problemo.
Today we're working on the wheel drawings for the 56. Boyd's really known for his wheels, and on this project he wanted to do something special. So we came up with a new design for this car. Something that'll really set it off and make it look nice. It's a one-off design. I've been working on this design for about a week, and I think it's actually some of my best work. But Boyd still has to sign off on them, so after he does that, we'll cut them here on the site out of billet aluminum plate.
We've got a lot of body work to do on the car yet today, but Brian did give me my surfing lesson, so he's earned a shot to sand on the body. Brian, so you've got to pay attention. You've got to watch. I mean, you're just sanding, and I don't think you're really comprehending. You know, I kind of feel bad because I'm going to have to pull Brian off of it. You know, he's got a lot of potential, but he's just not ready yet. Do you understand that if you start sanding through, what do you do? Now, on a project like this, we don't really have a lot of time for learning curves. You don't understand me. I just want you to tell me. So Raphael's going to have to pick up some of the slack.
Hey, can we lift up the back end up and just set it on that, or no? Dang, dude. Look at beating on this thing, look at all the sand coming out.
There's a lot more involved in painting a car than just sanding it down and putting paint on it. And take the underside of this car, for instance. Before we can paint it, we have to spray it with the texture coating. And before that can go on, we have to metalwork all the seams. It's a noisy two-man job, and it's a fairly long process. Because the two guys have to know what the other's doing. But it's got to be done today if we hope to stay on schedule.
Look, okay, we got to get our rhythm going, man. We want to hear a ting-ting. I'm gonna hammer it, move the dolly about yay slow, okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
I was really excited about this wheel that we're doing for the 56. So last night I stayed late and made a little miniature version of it for a keychain for Boyd. I think he'll really like it. I don't usually make a prototype like this and show it to Boyd. Usually we just go off of the computer screen. Hey, Boyd.
What's up?
I made you a little present.
Present for what? Something gonna jump out of this box?
No, you'll be all right.
Huh?
It's all right.
That's nice.
That's the wheel for the 56.
Huh. When did you make that?
Last night.
Do we get the big wheels done for you?
No, not yet. I figured that'd be a good way to...
Oh, yeah, this is real nice. You did this on your own time, or?
Well, I just kind of worked it in.
Worked it, what do you mean worked it in?
I had other stuff running on the machine, and I had that going on the other one.
Yeah, we need a constant, I mean, this is real, I appreciate this, okay? But I'm so stressed out right now, I can't stand myself. And you're in there working on a toy wheel. I mean, you know, it's bitching, but...
Oh, no, I got other stuff I should have been working on, but...
Okay, yeah. All right, well, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah? Thanks a lot.
All right.
Have a nice day.
I guess I should have waited to give Boyd the keychain until after I actually cut the real wheels. I think he's under a lot of pressure right now.
Dwayne, how are they doing on the chassis?
As soon as Keith's finished up with the exhaust, I said we'll pull the motor and stuff back out of it so Charlie can put the body on it Thursday. The exhaust system is the last obstacle we have to get around before we can send Charlie the chassis. I've gone over the design with Keith, and I really don't see any problem with him getting that done today. That'll make Charlie happy because that means he'll have the rolling chassis in the body shop tomorrow morning.
The last couple days, we've made some really good headway on the car. Between Brian, Raphael, Andrew, and I, we've really kicked some butt. Once we get the underside of the body coated, we'll let it tack up, and then we'll seal it and paint it. As long as we get the chassis in tomorrow, we'll be rocking and rolling.
Close enough for Boyd work?
I went over to check on how Keith was doing on the exhaust, and I got a little nervous about him not leaving enough room for the gas tank. I know the tank is 33 inches long, and it's got to fit in here. That tank is pretty close to that rear end, and it comes like this. I don't know how far away this From the frame it is, but I'm almost positive this ain't gonna clear. It'll hit the pipes. Before I got too excited and have them start tearing stuff apart, I thought I better go double check the dimensions of the gas tank. Go call Kugel real quick. Okay, so we got a 9-inch tall tank. What's the width? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. We're gonna have a problem already, I know. That's what I thought. All right, Jeff. I told him to keep it as tight as he can here, but he didn't. He didn't listen. Anyways, I guess we'll have... It's really difficult building these cars when you don't have all the parts here because you can't get the exact measurements to check for clearances and stuff.
It's going to be hard unless you get the thing to dump straight down.
It's really important that these guys listen to what I say because when they don't, this is what happens. And now Keith has to redo the tailpipes. So what happens, it'll probably come down and curve again back here. Are you going to work tomorrow? No?
Try not to.
Then you're going to have to finish it up tonight.
No one said this is ever going to be an easy job. But you know the guys that work for me are willing to go the extra mile to make sure the project gets done.
Hired and man, yeah. They just want to have a look, see how that's bitching.
Yeah, that should be good.
And I think that the reason for that is that this car means as much to them as it means to me.
Go from half-assed to first class.
American Hot Rod.
Uh-oh, we got problems.
Time runs out,
Because you broke the tool.
and tensions run high as the deadline closes in on the Junkyard Dog project.
We just don't want to get too cocky.
Delays and disaster
Trying to figure out how we made that mistake.
plague the Coddington crew as they battle to breathe new life into a '56 Chevy.
Whoa.
The conflict and the chaos, the hardships and the heartache.
Son of a...
Next time on American Hot Rod.